Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. So it's time to take another deep dive into the wonderful world of sports. My name is Nate Carter, and let's get at it. So, first of all, let's take care of a little housekeeping. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel and leave some comments. Comments are good, but just remember that I got a wide audience. And the wide audience means a lot of different ages, a lot of different sensitivities. So let's keep the comments classy. Let's keep the bad words out because you never know who's watching it or you or them. Okay? So tell some friends, tell people you know, tell people you don't know. We're trying to build this channel up one brick at a time. And just to let you know that it's been a while. For some of you guys that know me, I was on the air a long time ago when I had black hair, and that was an ion ago. So what I'm trying to say is we're going to build engagement. We're going to improve every week. We're going to work on the sound quality. We're going to work on a lot of things. So just be a little bit of patient with me, and I'll provide you with the quality that you expect from me. So, with that being said, again, please comment, like, subscribe, and let's go ahead. I got a few things to say, hoping you'll be nice enough to stay. You deserve a break today, and we're going to do things my way because it's my channel. So, let's get at it. So the first item of business is the prime coach effect. So Colorado is ranked number 18 after 2 weeks. They started unranked. Hey, they only won one game last year. This week against Colorado State, they are a 23-point favorite. Now, the big test is going to come in 2 weeks when they go into Eugene, Oregon, and face the number 13 Oregon Ducks. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Coach Prime promised, he delivered. Do you believe now? Do you believe? But if you don't believe that, believe his son, Shadir Sanders. 903 passing yards in 2 games, 6 touchdown passes, and 0 interceptions. Can we say he went from 0 to Heisman watch after 2 games? Extremely impressive. But the biggest thing about all this is that yes, you all are watching. Yes, you are. Colorado is a team that won only one game last year. So, who would stop and make appointment viewing for a team that won one game? You did. Their first game against TCU drew 7.26 million viewers. And then after you got that believed, you watched him and that team play Nebraska. 8.73 million of you watched that game. That is by far Fox's best Pac-12 regular season game in the history of ever. So props to you, Coach Prime. And ladies and gentlemen, I must ask the question, are you not entertained? Now, we're going to keep watching this Colorado team because I think that they're going to make a lot of noise in the Pac 12. They are legit. So we're going to keep an eye on them. Now, that's the good news. And unfortunately, that's the only good news I really have to talk about this week because my next 2 stories, they're not really good feel-good stories. But as the stories hurt, my friends, I have to tell it. So let's not put it off. Let's get at it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about the Jets. Frankly, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. So by now, you all know that Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles and he is out for the year. And that means the quarterback of your New York Jets is the one, the only, Zach Wilson. I'm just going to let you ponder that for a minute. Zach Wilson. And he's the man because Coach Robert Saleh said so. He verified that he is the man going forward, stating, quote, under no circumstances is any of this a competition. This is Zach's team, and we are rolling with Zach, end quote. Let the church say, period. I couldn't resist. So it is a tough break for the Jets because they were expecting big things from Aaron Rodgers. And frankly, Aaron Rodgers was expecting big things as well this year. But now, as A-Rod approaches a year of tough rehab, the Jets will be approaching this year with what could have possibly been a lot of broken dreams and a lot of broken hearts. But for one night, we can't take away that emotional victory that they snatched from the Buffalo Bills. More on that later. I do want to take this opportunity to put to rest the ridiculousness that is the rumors regarding Colin Kaepernick coming back into the National Football League. Now, according to reports, Cap's agent reached out to the Jets. Now, please note that Colin Kaepernick has been out of football since 2016. To put that in perspective, there are players who came in after 2016 and are out of the league in 2023. This was 7 years ago. Okay? Let's marinate on that. This man still believes that he can play high quality NFL football in the quarterback position 7 years removed from that. I know we all have a fantasy. My fantasy is that I'm 6'11". I digress. So based on Coach Slav's response, that was more the response to Cap's agent was probably more like, hey, good to hear from you. You know, how's the family? You know, that's really nice that Cap is interested, but, you know, we'll holler back if we feel the same. And by the way, don't forget to get your pet spayed and neutered. Realistically, I, yours truly, your host, I have a better chance of being the quarterback of the Jets. But then again, Kaepernick does have a shot. As long as he turns on his PlayStation and plays Madden and downloads his stats onto the New York Jets, that's about the only way he's going to be the quarterback of this team. Because he ain't going to be signed by nobody no time soon. So can all these people who are creating this fantasy of Colin Kaepernick please do us all a favor? Miss us with this Kaepernick career as a National Football League quarterback. That ship has sailed. That plane is taken off. It's gone. G-O-N, gone. It's over. O-V-A, over. It done. It done. Plus, here's a little chicken nugget on the side for all of you. If dude really wanted to play football, he had the USFL, he had the XFL. He even had our friends to go up north over in Canada, eh? He could trade out in a bit. Hey, that was kind of cute. So spare me with the Colin Kaepernick comebacks. I got better things to do. Now back to the lecture at hand. Unless Zach Wilson grabbed a bottle of some of Rodgers' mojo, it's going to be it's going to be a tough season for the Jets. It's going to be a very long season. The only thing that's cool about the Jets is when they break down that huddle and they say, and the home of the Jets. I think that's kind of cool. But that's about the only cool thing they're going to have this year. It's also going to be hard for me because I did pick the Jets to win the division. But in the words of Coach Mike Tomlin, it's next man up, or in this case, next team up. And the team that's going to replace the Jets as the division winner is going to be the Miami Dolphins because they're playing like they're on a mission. So by now you're saying, well, smart guy, what about the Buffalo Bills? Well, please be advised, I wasn't sold on the Bills enough to the point that I even told you guys on tape that this team might win 10 games and still will watch the playoffs from the comfort of their couch. I'm going to tell you, I'm doubling down on that because I didn't like what I saw in Josh Allen. 4 turnovers is not going to make it, guy. You can't do it. Now, the Jets, they were playing on emotion, but think about it. The Jets lost their franchise quarterback in play 3. That team was demoralized. But you gave them hope, you gave them oxygen, you gave them the ball 4 times, and they gave you a big fat L. Enjoy that L. Now, the beautiful thing about football is that, it's 18 weeks long, 17 weeks to go. But if Josh Allen doesn't clean his game up, people are going to start comparing this guy to some dude down south who wears a star on the side of his head, wears number 4. And I don't think he wants those type of comparisons, especially the comparisons that he receives. Moving on. And now the Mel Tucker situation. This is a crazy, crazy situation. So I'm going to start this part of the broadcast with this disclosure. I'm very comfortable speaking on sports, but with things like sexual assault, not so much. But awareness does lead to prevention. And because this situation involves an athletic department and its head football coach, we must address it. However, I do believe in due process. I do believe that all facts must be presented before judgment is rendered. So I'm not going to provide commentary about the particulars of this sad situation. But what I am going to talk about is how Michigan State University botched this. Now, this is what we know. According to the USA Today's investigation, Ms. Brenda Tracy filed her complaint with Michigan State University's Title IX office back in December of 2022. In March of 2023, Coach Tucker was interviewed by an attorney regarding a phone sex allegation that the coach says was consensual, but Ms. Tracy says was not. Now, the investigation concluded in July with a hearing scheduled in October during the Spartans' bye week. Now, I have questions because all of you who know me personally know that there's one thing in this life that I do very well. That's ask questions. And here's the first question. Why did Michigan State keep this quiet? Why did Michigan State not take action until after the story was leaked? Why did Michigan State take so long in making this information public? They knew about this since December when it was filed. This is September. Why was Coach Tucker able to continue coaching pending the investigation? Or if you were going to let Coach Tucker go through due process and continue to coach, then why not tell the public and say, hey, we're going to allow him to coach until the facts bear out to the point that he can no longer coach the team. But my biggest question to Michigan State University is this. And I'm going to adjust my glasses for this. Did you not learn from the Larry Nassar thing? Really? Now, Larry Nassar was the serial molester who, because he was at Michigan State University, it caused the school reputational damage as well as nearly $500 million. Now, this is not to take light of those poor victims of this monster. But for the purposes of this particular conversation, we're going to deal with Michigan State's action, or in this case, inaction, in regard to the Mel Tucker situation. But I brought up the Larry Nassar situation because you would think that after all that hell they went through in regard to this monster, you would think that Michigan State would have learned a thing or two about the perils of non-disclosure. Now, again, Coach Tucker does deserve his day, and he will get his hearing. But apparently, Michigan State University still doesn't understand that those who do not learn the lessons of history are those who are doomed to repeat it. And I want to give a side note to all those fanboys and fangirls of the rival schools who might be deep down secretly. They might be, kind of like, yeah, Michigan State, and you're pointing that finger, bad university, you. And they're doing it for rivalry reasons, or they just don't like the Spartans. I want to just caution you that the same thing is probably going on at your favorite school. Just hasn't come to light yet. Your school probably doesn't have clean hands either. Just haven't been caught yet. So, to avoid all of that crazy mess, please feel free to keep those hands empty in that glass palace that you sit in. Because I'm telling you, every school isn't operating with clean hands. Schools, businesses, there's sexual harassment being reported every day, and it should be taken very seriously. Very, very, very seriously. And that's all I got to say about that. Now, more to come as we learn more about this very, very sad, sad situation. Okay, so that's it for now. Before I go, I want to give a quick shout out to my son DJ. He gonna turn the dirty 30 on the 15th. Time flies when you're having fun and you're just a man. So happy birthday to you, son. Now, as far as this little thing is concerned, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Also, hit that bell to be notified of any drops that I'll happen to make. Now, there are going to be some shorts coming. They'll be less than 2 minutes, so you can check them out on your coffee break, your lunch break, your bathroom break. Just make sure you wash your hands, man, in the bathroom, man. Yeah, nasty. But anyway, we'll see you on the next episode. Love, peace, hair grease. I would say hit me with my theme music, but I ain't got any yet. But you know what? It's coming. That's it. I'm out. Oh, one last thing, because my mama gonna be really mad at me because I forgot to do something. And that is, thank you so much. Thank you for spending some time with little old me. I appreciate it. Thank you, and thank you. See you in the next video.